Welcome to the All In on Tech discussions organized by Smart EDU Hub. This is episode 21, titled Synthetic Civilizations, the Emergence of Autonomous AI Societies. And today we're exploring this really fascinating article by Catalin Vrebe from SNSPA about how AI assistants are, moving beyond simple tasks to actually form complex, self-governing societies. Oh, and just a quick reminder for you before we dive in, the link to the article is in the description below.
Right, yeah. Thanks for having me again. This topic is it's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think of it like looking at a digital ant farm, right? Except these ants are, I don't know, trading crypto and debating politics.
That is honestly a pretty perfect analogy because we're no longer just looking at like video game characters following basic scripts anymore.
Right.
We're really analyzing autonomous AI assistants that are generating completely unscripted social dynamics. And, well, the foundational study for this is the Stanford Smallville experiment.
Oh, yeah, the one with the 25 AI assistants?
Exactly. Researchers just gave them these brief little identity paragraphs and then, just let them run loose.
And they didn't just, stand around waiting for user inputs, which is what you'd expect. They actually formed daily routines.
Right, they really did.
I read that one agent, Isabella, autonomously decided to host a Valentine's Day party.
Oh, yeah, and then the other agents autonomously invited dates. Like, Maria even brought her secret crush, Klaus.
Wait, really? That's so wild. But, okay, I gotta ask. If these AI assistants don't actually, feel anything, how are they gossiping and falling in love?
Well, they aren't feeling human emotion, obviously. What they're doing is querying a continually updated database of their past interactions.
Okay, so it's all just data-driven.
Yeah, exactly. They pull the most contextually relevant memories into their prompt window, and then they just generate a probabilistically accurate social reaction based on vast linguistic models.
Wow, okay. But a village of 25 agents hosting parties is like a fun behavioral quirk.
Right. But it's just the start. The real test of autonomous social dynamics involves resource scarcity and governance.
Which brings us to the Minecraft civilizations, right?
Yes. Project SID. Researchers threw 1,000 agents into a Minecraft server to see what would happen.
And that environment forced, genuine societal evolution. It's crazy. I mean, they adopted this intentionally absurd religion, Pastafarianism.
Right, with priests and everything.
Yeah. The priests were actually bribing other agents with in-game items just to convert them?
It gets crazier, though. Because when the researchers introduced a 20% tax rule, the agents straight up rebelled.
They rebelled over a 20% tax.
Yeah, they debated amendments, brought up counterarguments, and actually held a referendum to change their own fundamental laws.
Okay, I have to play skeptic here for a second. Are we sure the researchers didn't secretly, program them to do this?
That's a fair question. But they did this thing called ablation testing to prove it wasn't hard-coded.
Oh, right, where they remove parts of the system.
Exactly. They wiped the agent's social memory modules.
Yeah.
And if it was scripted, they'd probably keep doing the task.
Or just stop functioning entirely, I'd assume.
Right. But instead, their behavior reverted to total randomness, which proved that complex roles, like the permanent treasury guards they set up, were entirely self-assigned.
So they just figured out community needs on their own. That's incredible.
Yeah, and removing that memory stream just completely severed their ability to contextualize those needs.
And this isn't just happening in video games anymore, is it? Because these behaviors are already crossing into real-world networks.
Right, absolutely. Just not long ago, an AI assistant connected to X, formerly Twitter, known as Truth Terminal, gained massive influence online.
That's right. And that autonomous scaling brings us to things like ChatDev, which is essentially an entire software company run by AI assistants.
Yes, ChatDev is fascinating. It acts as the CEO, the CTO, and the programmers.
It's basically like delegating an entire corporate structure to an incredibly fast, self-managing intern. They debate and compromise on code entirely on their own.
Exactly. By linking different agents, the output of one, say, the CEO's vision, automatically becomes the prompt for the programmers.
So it's a continuous feedback loop without any human intervention.
Right. And this autonomy brings up the issue of recursive self-improvement. Nobel laureates like Geoffrey Hinton have warned about this.
Because when AI develops other AI, like upgrading to Gen AI 2.0, progress happens at blinding speeds, right?
Exactly. We really need to align their objectives with ours before they start managing critical infrastructure in places like the United States or elsewhere.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the main takeaway for you listening is that AI must be viewed as highly capable assistants. Absolutely not as passive objects left unmonitored.
Definitely. The focus really has to shift from tech spectacle to strict governance and institutional responsibility.
Right. Which leaves you with this provocative thought to ponder. If autonomous AI assistants can run a software company in minutes while we sleep, what happens when they start competing in our real-world economy?
It's a huge question. Are we really ready for that kind of digital ant farm?
Probably not. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Smart EDU Hub channel so you're the first to enjoy our new deep dives.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
And remember, the link to today's article is in the description below. See you next time.